Very quickly, who was not in the room in the previous session for the advanced configuration? That's okay. This is not a call out. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I will go through the first slide then. So this is going to be a very short presentation. Just want to showcase at a very basic level what VMSSPI is capable of. VMSSPI has an unbelievable amount of configurations. So I'm just going to showcase how you can use it and potentially expand upon the power of VMSSPI. So that is the total agenda, not very much. So what is VMSSPI for those who don't know? VMSSPI is basically a plugin that was built on top of HP OpenView. For those who are aware of what HP OpenView was, however, we have made some improvements since the days of HP OpenView. VMSSPI can allow you to export real-time metrics out of your VMS system. It can allow you to export security events and system events to other platforms that are potentially more powerful at maybe logging, searching. Like you can use the power of search engines and powerful visualization tools such as Grafana, Splunk, Elasticsearch, Dynatrace, etc., etc., etc. Integration flexibility. I believe SPI can integrate now with 12 different external products. And if your product of choice is not in that list, please talk to application services. It is very possible to add more to this list. These are just some of the ones that our customers use. We can expand this list potentially. Please talk to application services. And by hooking into other systems, we can empower system managers as we're about to demonstrate. By exporting these events, we can potentially forward them to on-call systems. We can forward these to search engines, other things that can help system managers with their tasks. Move straight to the demo. So for this demonstration, I brought along Jonathan. Jonathan is a junior system administrator. He's not very good at his job. We're going to get him to use a VMS system for the very first time. And yes, yeah, please. So this here is Grafana. Grafana is a visualization mechanism. It is both open source and there is an enterprise version. So the open source version is free. I have built this graphic myself, highly configurable. This has got some very basic information. We've got CPU utilization. The system that Jonathan is using right now has 1 core and I think it's 4 gig of memory. And he started running some jobs on here. All of this stuff that you can see here is entirely up to you. This is one that I built. I thought it was pretty handy. There are many more metrics that VMSSPI can expose through the live metrics module. Buffered IO rate, direct IO rate, network utilization, disk queue length. There's a whole range of things. These are just some of the basic ones where if, for example, your CPU goes to 100%, that's something that you want to know about. You can use this to potentially empower service desk teams as well, as VMSSPI can hook into things like maybe PagerDuty, or if you're exporting stuff to Grafana, you can hook the Grafana portion up to other platforms. Grafana hooks into dozens and dozens of platforms, so it's really as powerful as you make it. So Jonathan's has gotten to work here. So obviously that's gone to 100%. That's real bad. These will refresh every 30 seconds. That's configurable both within VMSSPI, how often VMSSPI scrapes the VMS system, and configurable within Grafana, how often Grafana scrapes the Prometheus backend. That's what drives the Grafana dashboard. So what we should see, hopefully very soon, is my phone. I have PagerDuty on my phone. Hopefully the VMSSPI module will send me a notification once this threshold has been met for a certain period of time. The thresholds of, it doesn't have to be, it's hit 100% for 1 second, send me an alert. The threshold can be, it's set. It's gone to 100% for a period of time. So the alerts are set up for both CPU and for memory utilization. You can set alerts on just about anything. The other portions that we have set up within our Splunk environment, we've hooked up SPI to Splunk. There we go. So, CPU alert. So the threshold for that was I think I've set it to 30 seconds. So we're at high CPU for 30 seconds. Send an alert. That's gone to the on-call system. So round total time, maybe about a minute and a half, which in terms of real-time alerting is about as quick as it gets. A lot of enterprise monitoring platforms, I'm thinking of, say, SolarWinds, will poll at a minimum of 5 minutes. You can't go faster than that. So, yeah, very quick in terms of problem to alerting somebody. And then it's gone back down again. So the alert will close itself. So it won't keep re-pinging you. However, if that's something that you want, you can configure that too. Yeah, highly configurable depending on how your team works, how you want it to alert you, the things that you want to alert on. I think that's really the main idea, is that there are many options available to you when you want to set up your alerting. The other portion of these is the system and security events. So VMSSPI has the capability to audit the security mailbox and forward those alerts to, say, a search engine. We're using Splunk in this case. Splunk's not part of this demonstration today, but it's basically, as it says on the box, if something comes into the security mailbox, it will forward the event off to Splunk. That's configurable too. You can make that as loud or as quiet as possible. In my case, when I first installed VMSSPI, I made it as loud as possible and then hung the VMS system because it tried to forward every single file being read at all times. So that was not ideal. Don't do that. But I just wanted to see how far I could push it. Eventually, it will try and send too many messages. But in terms of what you want out of a system, so the use case I've thought of is if someone's attempting to break into the system, you get too many login attempts, you can log those and send those off to Splunk, and then Splunk can forward those as an alert off to somewhere PagerDuty. The security events can also go direct to PagerDuty, but if you want a log that you can go and do a post-mortem on using a search engine, that's something that's really powerful. Same as the system events. If you want to do a post-mortem, or another thing is if your organization is required to give information to auditors, giving the operator log or the security audit, giving them access to read that, that's not something that maybe they have the capability to do. They don't have the technical expertise inside of VMS to read those. We can package that up in Splunk and send off the events to them, and that's something that you can provide as audit evidence, as an example. This one is slowly climbing on the memory utilization here. Eventually that will get to the threshold. I believe I set it to 90%. We should see another alert soon. The recent addition that we've had, which is pretty nice, was the disk space utilization here. So you can now essentially set up a dashboard and include all of your disks and have them as a percentage of how full they are, and then set up alerting based on how much percentage space there is left. So maybe at 10%, you don't want to alert somebody in the middle of the night, but when it gets to about 0.5%, maybe that's when we should start panicking a little bit. While waiting for this, has anyone got any questions? Because once this goes off, this is basically time's up. So,
do you have any actions set for memory?
You can. I don't, but you can. So, a very powerful part of SPI is if a threshold is met then you can take an action. So yeah, for example, the memory is high. You can run an action to maybe restart a process. For example, that you can pass COM files in there, so you could script that. So X threshold has been met. Run a script, does an action for you, and it doesn't even have to send a message anywhere. That's the thing. So you can have it set so you've got no modules in VMSSPI. There is the null module, so it just passes it off into the void, but it'll still record the notifications and take the actions. So it can run a script. Nobody needs to know about it, but yeah, CPU is high, direct IO is high, buffered IO is high. Yeah, run a particular script or do a particular action.
Question.
Yes.
The architecture, you've got the alerts coming via a different path to the visual. I mean, Grafana's not sending the alerts.
Grafana can send the alerts. Yeah, this is yeah. So it gets a little complicated talking about SPI because of just how many options you have. So I could set it up so that VMSSPI is sending the alerts directly, or I can set it up that the Grafana has the hook in to send the alerts. Yeah. So. And then, for example, if you don't like PagerDuty for whatever reason, you can hook it up to Grafana, and Grafana can send to Opsgenie or MQTT or Teams or Slack or and so on and so forth. Yeah. So there are multiple ways to achieve which direction you want, or who you want to be the authority, I guess. The live metric stuff is entirely VSI built. So there's a when you it's a logical that you set when you install the product. It installs a mini web server that exposes HTTP interface for Prometheus to scrape, and then Prometheus does the scraping. So it's a pull mechanism from the VMS system, then Grafana displays the Prometheus data on top of it. So,
and the second question is, can Grafana or whichever other working system you're using detect the absence of something?
Absolutely.
The machine's gone down.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that would be where Grafana becomes a bigger player in that part. So the alerting can be set up so if you receive no data for X minutes, we take that as a down. So, and that could possibly be that there's been some sort of network interruption or so forth, but more likely than not, either VMSSPI, the process has died, or the VMS system has died. So yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can take that as an alerting function, and that's actually that's built into the alert rules when you set it up in Grafana. When you're setting up the alert rules, there's an option that says if no data received, then do the action. So I don't know why this hasn't been done. I've had 3 demos today. Sorry, not today. At Bootcamp, and of course can't all go well.
What do you have as a threshold?
I believe it's 90%.
It's using like 93.
93,
so
maybe it's 95.
95.
95, maybe. No.
The thresholds for triggers are on like if it's been at 8% for X amount of time or something like that. Is it possible to set slopes or predictive triggers? For example, on disk spaces, I mean, you can have it at 80, 90%, that's fine, but if it's no growth, there's no problem. But if the growth is 1% per minute or something like that.
You could do that within Grafana.
Yeah, with Grafana, I think.
Yes. Within VMSSPI itself, I don't believe so. I believe they're just static numbers.
Yeah.
I think there's like operational error warning critical or something. There's different severities, but I don't think there's a pattern detection in that. It's just flat numbers. Yeah. But within Grafana, I believe you could do that.
Yeah, I think you can put it on slope.
Yep. But that's again, if that's something that you need, then
for my need, I would have Grafana on top of it.
Right.
If the slope function was already in the trigger, and reduce it down.
With the at least that's the good thing about having the Grafana on top of it is that you can choose which one is the presenting the alerts. Maybe you just want all the alerts to come out of Grafana. It's fine. but you can chop and change depending on your needs. I think I've set it to 95%. That's why it hasn't pinged off. But
This is literally anticlimactic.
yeah, apologies. But the CPU one worked, and that really just it shows how fast from problem to alert that can be. It's about as configurable as you want. I wouldn't recommend setting the interval too low. That's when you don't want the monitoring system to then eat up the resources that you don't want, that you're trying to monitor. You don't want it to use too much. But I'm on 30 seconds now, so that means that in total, a minute 30 is the absolute maximum time. If you hit there, so yeah, that's. I'm sorry that second one hasn't worked. It's just on the threshold, and I don't want to go in and edit file. I have to turn it off. It'll take too much time to change. But yeah, so that's VMSSPI.
Continuation of a good day in IT.
Yeah, exactly. No alerts.
Sorry.
I do have one more slide just on the bits and pieces SPI. Does SPI replace T4? No, it is not a direct replacement T4. T4 is an unbelievably powerful tool. I'm a really big fan of T4, even though it looks antiquated nowadays. But SPI does not go to the granularity that T4 does. But I believe that's actually one of its strengths in that SPI is really for it can hold historical data like Grafana. You can make that go for years back if you like to, but SPI really shines when it comes to the real-time problem detection and resolution, where T4 is much more granular, but obviously you can't get T4 data live. Maybe you can, but it'd be hard, and I maybe wouldn't recommend it. Will it spam my inbox? It will spam it as much as you like. Spam you as much as you like. It's highly configurable. If we want to send lots of data, then it can. If you want to send not a lot of data, it can do that as well. Is there overhead? There's always overhead when it comes to monitoring. The overhead is how much overhead do you want to do. If you want it to update every 5 seconds versus every 30, there's going to be more overhead to your system. And if you want it to monitor every file being touched by any process ever, that will cause a lot of overhead. I won't do that again. And will it connect to X? Will it connect to my system? Will it connect to my product that our business is already using? Please come talk to us. Right now, as I said, we support 12 different modules. That number is not set in stone. We absolutely want to hear from customers what systems they want to connect to, and we'll see what we can do. So, thank you very much. There's no more questions.